Hello community, I hope you are doing good. In this discussion. We will see how to set up Odoo 19 in Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. Right now you can see let's say github.com/odoo/odoo. If you visit this GitHub branch, you can see officially Odoo 19 released. We will download source code of Odoo in our local system, right? But before that, first thing is we have to install our basic packages. So for that, let me go to here in the terminal, or let's say GitHub package download. So let me copy this one and paste here. And meanwhile, you can see this Odoo 19 documentation, right? And here you can see this package installer, and you can see here the Odoo 19 version, right? So if you scroll down a little bit, we have to follow some Debian and Ubuntu commands here. So the first command is to install this Postgres. The main thing is the database Odoo is using Postgres, right? In my system, I don't have that Postgres. So first thing is we have to install that one, but still we have to use this Git. The thing is we have to also clone from the GitHub this source code, right? Now let me install this Postgres, and meantime you can see here this is the home directory, right? And simple here, I'm trying to clone this Odoo source code. Okay, so for that, let's say git clone -b 19.0 single branch def equal to 1 and control V. So right now it's cloning under this Odoo directory. Okay, before you can see we don't have anything here related Odoo directory, we only have this one, right? Now let me go to here. Okay, so it's about to finish this Postgres stuff. So you can see it's done, right? Now let's see here PSQL. Right now you can see fatal error, role WebLearns doesn't exist, right? So that means right now you can see this is the WebLearns user. I'm trying to access the PSQL command, right? Still I'm not able to go to the Postgres terminal. So for that, like, I will switch to the Postgres first. Okay, right now you can see I'm switched to from WebLearns to the Postgres. Now here let's say PSQL -d Postgres. Now you can see I'm inside the Postgres terminal, right? And here I will create a new role, create role WebLearns. After that, login, right, and Superuser. So this is created. Now let me go to, like, let's say, sorry, let me quit from this terminal and let me exit from the Postgres, and simple I will do like this. Right now you can see I'm able to access the Postgres directly from this WebLearns as a user, right? So what I did is, like, I have created the same name and it will automatically recognize, and with the Superuser, so Superuser have like all the access rights. Okay, so this is done from our side, and let me exit from the Postgres terminal, and here you can see ls, and now you can see here the Odoo is a directory available, right? You can see clone also done here. Now let me go to Odoo, and now you can see this list of the files available. So let me show you here in the folder, in a home directory, you can see this Odoo. right? And we have some files and directory. So this is the first step we have to follow. Let's say install the Postgres, install the git CLI packages to clone, like to access the git CLI commands, right? The clone the Odoo and provide the, or let's say create a new role based on your user with the Superuser. That's it. Now let me go to here in the Odoo, right? So right now I'm in the Odoo. Let me clear, and here you can see here I have to use Python. So by default Ubuntu already have like Python 3.12, right? So I have to use this one only. But here let me go to main directory, I mean in my home directory, and here I'm using Python 3.12 minus m venv, the virtual environment we have to create. Okay, so odoo 19 env. So it says I don't have that specific package, right? Env. So let me copy and let me paste. Yes. So it will automatically, let's say, install some basic packages. Right? It's done. And now I'm trying to recreate the same command. And it will take a little bit time, in a second, and it depends on your system configuration. Okay? So it's done now, right? And if you see here ls, it's automatically created one more directory. So we have to first active the virtual environment. Odoo 19 bin activate. And now you can see right now I'm in the virtual environment. Let me clear all the logs. Now I'm going to Odoo ls, and here you can see this requirement.txt file, right? This txt file, let me go to here, let me open in the text editor. So you can see those are the dependent packages first we have to install before we will start Odoo service. Okay, in case we are not trying to install these packages and trying to directly use let's say Python, right? odoo-bin. So you can see I'm having like this error messages. So to overcome such issues, first make sure you can install all the dependent packages. Now let's say clear. Let me go to in this browser packages. All right, so in this case, like it's download the source code from the nightly.com, right? Right now we don't require these steps. We already done using the git clone. Here let's say it says like dependent packages we have to install, right? But let's say we have to install this one. Copy, and let's say pip. So you can see the pip is not found, right? So here sudo apt install python 3-pip. Yes. Okay, by the way, it's doing this job. So let me go to here in this app center, right? And here first thing is we have to use here Pycharm with the community version. And let me also install. Okay, so we are using for further development this Pycharm editor. Well, you can also use Eclipse, VS Code, right, or other, let's say, editors. This is up to you. So I'm going to here. Let me also copy this one. Well, we don't need to install here. We have to install all the packages inside the virtual environment. Okay. Alright, it's done. Now let me reinstall this package. Okay, so here it says so it says like Python 3 should be full installed. So let me copy sudo apt install. Let's see the progress about this package. Okay, it's about to install. Alright, it's done. Let's see pip version. So you can see it's successfully done. In case pip is not perfectly installed, then again we have a like error message like let's say pip command is not found. Right? Let me clear. Now let's say here I'm trying to install this package one more time. So again we have this error message. That is completely fine. Let me do one more thing. Here instead apt install Python. Alright, now let's pip install will. Alright, it's done. And now I'm going to install this package. Sorry, this file, and this file contains a list of all the packages. You see, right? Now here let's pip install -r requirement.txt. So you can see here these two packages it's not able to install right properly. So let me copy this one and find it out in this file, and here you can see let me maximize. Okay, so it's here, right? So this 4 line, or let's say this 3 line, we have to remove, save, and the second one would be this one. Right, so here save the file, and one more time we have to install, or let's say re-execute this command. So line number 55, and let's say we can directly find here and remove this one. Okay, during removing some lines, by mistakenly that line I forgot to remove. Let's see here, and let me open. So first thing is this is the first time open, so we have to confirm this agreement, continue, and on send. And after some few seconds it will automatically open, right, like this. All right, now here let's project and simple, we can use open. Okay, so let's open from WebLearns and this Odoo directory, trust. So here let me clear successfully install all the packages, and let's see here all the packages which is already installed, right? like this. So XLWT, right? We had an issue. So it's already installed, right? After that, this num2 words. Let's see whether that package is available or we will install manually. But now you can see it's already there, and so we don't need to install anyhow. Okay, so that is the good point. And here, if you guys remember, there are two things, the two libraries missing, right? Let's say here clear Python odoo-bin. Here you can see this PyCopg2, right? This one is unavailable. So let's say one more time we are trying to manually install this package, but I'm damn sure it's reject. Okay, so instead we can use this one, pip install. So basically that is the package will communicate in Python, right, with directly with the Postgres. So that is the main package we require. Clear? Let's say I'm trying to again let's verify again one more time, like whether any packages is missing, then it will have an error message here, or else you can see we successfully in terminal without any error message it's executed the service. Now let's say by default 8069 is the port number. Okay, let me go to here localhost colon 8069, and meanwhile we can also check here. You can see it's perfectly working fine, and we successfully installed, right, Odoo 19 without any error message. Now let's say we configured already here, right, but let me create a one configuration file. Right now you can see there is no any config file is here. Well, not about this config. The extension should be conf. Okay, so for that we can use something like this. After that we have to use -s. This stands for the save whatever we are trying to add here, the packages, the parameters and the value in the configuration file. Okay, -s, then after -c, which is the config file, and here we can use odoo.conf, and that's it. After, let's say, oh yeah, by the way, let's say I'm clear, and let's say here once the configuration file done, after we have to stop the service, so we have to use here stop after init. So after initialize of this process, it will automatically stop. You can see right here, and you can see automatically this odoo config file is created. So let's check it out here. So you can see this is created by us, right, and by the Odoo itself, not us. And here you can see the default CLI commands you can see here, right, and the admin password is right now admin. Okay, now how we are doing right here to active the service, like for example, let's say python odoo-bin -c odoo.config, right. So this one we are manually trying to active the Odoo service. If you see here, let me refresh the screen. Right here, I'm trying to configure that part in Pycharm. So for that, we can go to, let's say here, let's say settings, and simple here. Yeah, so here Python interpreter, right? We can go to here add local, and we have to select existing one. Guys, if you remember, we already created, right? So here let's say that specific path bin this Python. Okay, and now you can see all the packages installed under this virtual environment. It's automatically available here also, right? Now let's say okay, and it will start indexing here. So here we can go to edit configuration. Let's say Python Odoo 19, and you can see the Python version is available here. Now in the script we have to use odoo-bin. This is the executable file, right? And if you guys remember, here we are trying to add extra parameters, right? -c and all. So that one, it comes here, -c odoo.config, and the working directory is the odoo, right? And let's say okay, let me close. So once this process done, after we can able to start this process, but before that let's try. So you can see, right, it's automatically, the path automatically configured here, and you can see it's automatically active the Odoo service. Now let me go to here, refresh the screen. Now guys, you can see here this is our first time, so it says okay, this is your password, the strong password, and we can go to here, we can say, let's say WebLearns password, save, and here we can say Odoo 19 admin, right, country as India, and demo data we have to load, and click to this create database button. So guys, I have clicked multiple times, and due to that you can see more than one time it's executed in the backend side. It says like Odoo 19 already exists. So let's wait for to finish this process, but I guess it's already done, and you can see here the yellow icon, right? So yellow icon means this Odoo 19 database is corrupt somehow. Okay, so let's say if you want to still install this database, then here we have one more option. We can go back here, edit, here let's say -d Odoo 19, and simple we can use -i means install the base module. Okay, and simple I will stop the service and restart the service one more time, and now you can see install the base module inside this Odoo 19 database. You can see here. Alright, let's go back to this front end side and refresh the screen. Let's say here manager, right, that yellow icon already gone, so that means it successfully installed the module without any error message. And now you have to use username and password which you already added here, right? In our case, admin. And guys, if you want to learn more about Odoo with the different topics, you can visit the WebLearns channel. Under the home screen, you can see here Odoo 17 and 18 development tutorial. This is the main playlist, and those are the topic wise sub playlist available. Alright, and now onwards I'm also adding here Odoo 17, 18 and 19 development tutorial. I have added here for the Odoo 17. It's already available in Odoo version 18 and 19. In case there is any differences there, I'm going to provide you that specific difference. What is the main difference between 17, 18 and 19? If you want to learn from Odoo 19, right, you can just start or let's say follow from this playlist. Okay, and here I have already explained what is -s, what is the specific CLI commands we already used here, right? So those one is also covered here and it's available here, but still this is the main playlist, so all the topics available here. Okay, so yeah, please subscribe this channel. And if you go back here, now you can see we successfully installed Odoo 19. We also successfully created one database, right? Let me go to here in the list view, cells, module. Let's say first I will try to install this module and all the logs you can see here. So there is a limit exiting error is there, right? And automatically it's restart the service. So for that, what we can do is here, right, we can add some more zeros here. The cron job, we can make it as a 0 and simple restart the server. Now let's say again one more time I'm trying to active this, or let's say install this module. Oh, sorry. Instead of restarting the here, we must have to remove, and we can say let's say sell or leave as it is, right? I have done some mistake, so here it should be 19, right? Because our 19 database is already there. So like that, and active. One more thing is here this wkhtmltopdf, this package we have to manually install, right? And once you click this that specific link, you can see here, and we have to update according. So let's say this one. Oh, let's say yeah, this Bionic is the good one, the Debian package, right? And what is the main purpose, right? I'm not trying to install that package, but here let me show you why we need that specific package. So we have to first wait to install these modules. Alright, so it's already installed, and let's see. Okay, so let's say I'm going to here in the cells, right? Here let's say I'm trying to create a new sales order. Confirm, and simple, I'm trying to print the report. Okay, so it says this wkhtml-to-pdf, right? This error message appears. So for that we must have to install that package. So that package available in the downloads, right? So from terminal, here we can say sudo dpkg-i, and we have to install. Okay, so processing. Okay, so this our system is AMD 64, right? So this is my mistake. and let me, this one I will uninstall, or let's delete, and again let's sudo dpkg -i. Okay, so we have to install these two libraries or two packages, right? Sudo apt install. Okay, that's good actually. So let's say here I'm trying to stop the service, and one more time I'm active the Odoo service. Maybe we can try like this: sudo apt get -f install. So here in a version 18, the wkhtml-topdf, the package missing. So that one already given in here, one of the line, but in 19th version I don't know actually why, but it's not available here. But I can see here this is already available in previous version, the configuration file also, this path also, and after that here before these lines it says wkhtml-topdf is missing. So it was available in 18 version, but I don't know why today is not displayed. Okay, so let me go to here, let me clear, and one more time let me check here. Maybe this ARM. Sudo dpkg -i. Okay, so our previous package was the correct one, right? Let's try this out, this one. So we have a same error message. Maybe let's try to install. Let's say sudo apt get install font config, or let's say here we can manually say x fonts 75 dpi. Clear, and let's see. All right, html2pdf -v, so v, and you can see here with patched qt, right? You can see here. Now let's see here. Let me restart the Odoo service. Let me refresh the screen, and simple I will try to download the report. You can see, right, successfully PDF is generated. So yeah, so we have to take care about specific version, right, like which version, and our operating system is 64 or 32-bit, so it depends on that. If we are not relying on that, then simply we can go to here, not here, but this wkhtmltopdf.org downloads.html, and for the Ubuntu, the specific version we have to install. See, our let's say version is 24.04, right? You can say 24.04 LTS, but here the latest version in the Ubuntu is this one, so we can use this one. That is also fine, right? Another thing is we already trying to install 6.1.3, and that specific version is, I don't have any idea why it's not installed, but you can see here it says, and when we download from the official website, it says 6.1.2 Jammy, right? So that one easily we can download. Plus we also missed that specific package, which is this one, font config, and then after we have to install the remaining packages, and after that we can directly install this package. Okay, and that's it. So yeah, so this is the critical step, and it's time consuming sometimes, right? And rest, you can say it's very easy to configure Odoo, right? The first thing is install the Postgres, install the CLI packages, create the Postgres role, super rights. After we can, let's say, clone the Odoo from the GitHub, and after that, like, we have to create one Python virtual environment, right? And in that virtual environment we have to install the dependent packages from the requirements.txt file, and Odoo successfully install. And after that we have to install this last step, which is wkhtmltopdf, right? And after it successfully, let's say, installed for the developer version, right? You can see here, this is the Pycharm. You can also use different editors like that. So I hope you understood about how we can install Odoo 19 in Ubuntu operating system. If you still have any doubt related to this topic, please comment below, and see you in our next session.